Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So today we'll discuss about the next concept regarding the control statements.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So when it comes to control statements, so these statements will use it to control the flow of execution. So when you're going to write in a program, any C programming, so there we're having one controller. So this controller is try to control the execution. Assume it, I'm having some 6 lines of program. So the controller will move to first line. It will execute. Then it goes to second line. It will execute. Then it goes to third. Then it goes to fourth. Like that, line by line execution will be there. So controller will move in sequence order. Controller will move in sequence order. So, but I want to change that sequence. I want to control the controller. Then you should go with control statements. So we are having different types of statements. First we'll list out on that one, and then we'll discuss one by one. The first one is if statement. So it is one type of control statement. It will similar to conditional operator, which we discussed in yesterday class. The same functionality is there, but somewhat different. So the difference we'll see. And next comes to second one is switch statement. Next, go to statement. Go to the single word. And next, looping statements. So these are the different types of control statements. So these are all the statements which use it to control the controller. Whatever the controller which is going to show in program, that controller will control with the help of these statements. Means the flow of execution we are controlling. Generally, the flow of execution is in sequence order. So first it will go first statement, then second, then third, like that only. I want to skip the some statements, or else I want to repeat the execution. Like that, some situations will arise. So based on that situations, we can use these control statements. So today we'll discuss about if statement. So if statement is one type of control statements which is used for decision making things. It's also called it as a decision making statement. So which we discussed in yesterday class. So if you're having some decision making things, so if you want to implement these decision making things in program, then you should go with if statement. And if it is a very small decision making thing, small things, then you can go with conditional operator itself. But if it is having a lot of execution is there, number of statements are there, then you should go with if statement. So now we discuss about if statement. So if statement again it's characterized into different types only. One is called simple if. So next one is if else. Third one is else if ladder. And next one is nested if. So all comes under if statement only. All comes under nested if only. Sorry, if statement only. But based on the syntax, we are classifying the things. So first we discuss about simple if statement. So simple if is nothing but it is a small clarifying the syntax. The syntax will be if condition begin statements. Then end. So here the thing is we are discussing about if the given condition is satisfied, then what we supposed to do. If it is not satisfied, we are not discussing. When you go with in previous class, we discussed about true part and false part. Means if the condition is satisfied, true part will execute, otherwise false part will execute. Here, if the condition is satisfied, then true part only will execute. And we are not at all discussing about false part. Just if the condition is satisfied, what we supposed to do. If not satisfied, we don't know. If not satisfied, we don't know. In that situation, you go choose to simple if statement. Okay. So this is the syntax for simple if. Syntax is nothing but the standard format we can say. Okay. So just to note down the syntax, then we'll go with the examples on this one.
Okay, sir. Completed, sir.
Okay. Then we'll go with small examples. So are you able to see the blue screen?
Yes, sir.
Then we will discuss. So I'm going to go with small example. Program to find out biggest among two numbers. So I need to find out the biggest number among two numbers. Assume it I'm having two numbers are there, some 5, some 3 is there. It is available on A, it is available on B.
B.
Okay. So I need to find out the biggest number among these two things. Which is the biggest value?
A.
A is
5.
the biggest value. But how we are saying A is biggest?
By seeing.
So by seeing, but that is not the thing now.
Yes,
So
sir.
in mind,
Value, but
value logic is going on in your mind. So what your logic is,
yeah.
you are comparing the value of A
Greater
with
number.
greater
B.
number B. So saying that A is greater than B, that's why you are saying A is big and the 5 is
I
big.
is bigger.
Okay. If not, if this is not, what will you say? B is big.
B is big.
If A is not equal to not greater than B, then we say that B is
greater.
B is greater. So the same thing we are going to apply in our program. What I am saying here, the same thing we are going to apply in our program. Okay. So, and to store the biggest value, I'm going to use some additional variable C, which stores the biggest value. Means if A is greater than B, then
it stores
C equal to A. If A is not greater than
B,
then C
equal to B.
That's all. Okay. So we'll check the program. So main. So I'm going to define three variables like int A comma B comma big. I need to take the values, printf, enter any two numbers. So scanf 2 percentage D's, comma, ampersand A, comma, ampersand B. Now I need to apply the logic. So what I said in that screen, I need to apply the same thing. If A is greater than B, if A is greater than B, then I'm saying big equal to A. So similarly, I said that if B is greater than A, or A is not greater than B means B is greater than A, and big equal to
B, big equal to A.
B.
B.
Okay, that's the thing. So, or else I can assume one value. Instead of A is greater than B, I can say that I assumed directly A is biggest. I assumed A is biggest. Directly I assumed A is biggest. But I can't confirm it. I need to compare with B also. That's why I can use if B is greater than A, then big equal to B. Otherwise, A is the biggest. Hope you understood. Instead of checking the condition, just I assumed. You may assume B also, not only A. If I assumed B, then I need to check with A. So what I'm saying, A is greater than B. Then big equal to A. So based on your assumption, you can condition may change. So I assumed A is the biggest, but I can't confirm that A is the biggest. So I need to check with B. So is it B is greater than A? Then big equal to B. Okay. So everything is correct, whatever it may be. మనము ఎలా అయితే థింక్ చేస్తున్నామో దాని ప్రకారంగా కండిషన్ రాస్తామండి. And then I'm going to display printf biggest value is
A
percentage D, comma big. I don't know which is the biggest value. I don't have any values right now. Based on the given values, it will decide. I assumed first A, then I checked with B. Okay. So just I'm closing. I need to save the program. Save as mprog2.c.
Yes.
3. Then compile it. No errors. Then run it. It is asking two values. Some 7, 12. I am giving. Alt F5. The biggest value is 12. I got 12. Biggest value is 12. So whatever the value provided, some 23 I am giving, some 2 I am giving.
23.
Biggest value is 23. So based on the given value, it will check it. Based on the given value, it will check it.
It will check.
Okay. So here the thing is, you need to assume some value, and then after you need to finalize that one. Okay. So just write down the program.
Okay.
Once you complete it, then we'll go next one.
Yes, sir. Completed.
Okay. So I'm giving one assignment to you. We need to find out the biggest among three numbers. So I tried for 2, you try for 3. So similarly, just assume A or B or C is the biggest and compare with the remaining 2 values. Okay. Did you complete yesterday's assignment? Okay. So new one. So next we'll discuss about another if statement, that is if else. When it comes to if else, here you can find the alternative. If it is not satisfied, what we supposed to do, that can be done here. So the syntax for if else is
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు 3 నెంబర్స్ చేయమన్నారు కదా,
అవును.
సో అంటే అక్కడ ఇంట్లో ABC, బిగ్ అంతేనా సార్?
అంతే అంతే.
ఎనీ 3 నెంబర్స్ ఇక్కడ
3 numbers 3% తీసుకుంటావు.
And
you
if
assume
A
one
is
is
greater than B is greater than C,
2 conditions వస్తాయి. Assumed A is the biggest and then compare
B equal to big equal to A,
big with B and big with C. Actually, in that program I mentioned A is the biggest. A is some B is greater than A, I said. So
అంటే ఫస్ట్ A తీసుకుంటావు,
B is greater than big అని చెక్ చేయాలి. B is greater than A కాదు, B is greater than big అని చెక్ చేయాలి అక్కడ. ఓకే. సో అండ్ C is greater than big అని చెక్ చేయాలి.
ఓకే.
సో
సార్ మళ్ళీ చెప్తారు సార్, B is greater than big.
B is greater than big ఒకటి, C is greater than big ఒకటి. ఇంతకు ముందు రెండే ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి B is greater than A అన్నాను. Here A is nothing but big. Okay. Now we can't check like that. So this one you not apply. Big, we need to check with big. Okay.
Okay.
So
అంటే ముందు వచ్చిన రిజల్ట్ కి ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిన ఈక్వేషన్ కి మన ఐ మీన్ స్టేట్మెంట్ కి టాలీ చేసి చేయమంటారు. చేస్తాను సార్.
Okay. So next it comes to if else statement. So if else syntax is if condition. And one more thing you should keep in mind that if doesn't have semicolon. So only statements are having semicolons. These are the reserved words. You don't have semicolon. If condition.
Okay, sir.
Statements. And else again begin statements. And so this is the syntax for if else. And here you no need to define the blocks. ఈ begin and ఉన్నాయి కదండి, if we are having single statement you no need to write it. మనం ఇంతకుముందు చూసినప్పుడు సింగిల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ కాబట్టి రాయలేదు మనం.
Yes sir.
ఓకే. అది అవసరాన్ని బట్టేసి మనం ఇది చేసుకోవచ్చు. So we go with small example on this one.
Okay sir. Program to find.
So need to check whether the given number is even number or odd number. Okay. So for that I'm going to write it. So hash include stdio.h main begin. I need to take one value only. Just I'm taking n. printf, enter any number, then scanf %d ampersand n. Now I got the value and I need to check whether is it even or not. Already I told that the number which is divisible by 2, we call it as a even, otherwise odd. So
even,
if
odd,
n percentage 2 equal to 0 means if it is n divisible by 2, if the remainder is 0, then we say that n is divisible by 2. If it is n divisible by 2, then I say that printf %d is even, comma n. Else, if not, then I say that odd. The %d is odd. Okay. This simple thing. Just I check is it even or odd. I checked n percentage 2, n modulus 2. Already we discussed modulus operator. So n modulus 2 is equal to 0, then I say that even, otherwise odd. Okay. So I'm going to save the program. Yes, I'm compiling and I'm running. So printf spelling mistake. Here also. So I'm saying some 7 is the number, but 7 is odd. If I set some 12, so 12 is even, like that.
even.
Okay. Just go through it, and once I will repeat the use of percentage operator. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Just write down the program and I will explain it. Why? Because in number of programs we are going to use the modulus operator percentage. Just I will revise the topic also.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
So when it comes to percentage operator, we call it as a modulus operator only. So some programs we can use slash, it is for division. So generally in C programming, when you are applying division, it will give coefficient only. For example, if I said 5 by 2, it will give 2.5. It will give 2.5. If it is a float division, means if you converted, otherwise in C programming, it will give 2 only. Okay. So when I'm going to apply this one, 5 modulus 2, if I said 5 modulus 2, it will give the result. It will give result is 1. How it is 5 means? So 2, 5. 2 to the 4 and 1 I got. This is remainder. So this remainder will come when you apply percentage operator, means modulus. And 2 will receive when you apply division operator. So this is the difference between modulus and division. When I said 5 by 2, I will get 2. When I said 5 modulus 2, I will get 1. And here one condition is there. If I said that x modulus y, if x is less than y, then it returns x itself. If x is greater than y, then it returns remainder. That you should keep in mind. For example, I said 1 modulus 2, I will get 1 only. 4 modulus 5, I will get 4 only. Why? Because here I assumed x, this is y. X is less than y, then it becomes x itself. If it is greater than or equal to y, then it will go with remainder. Okay. So when I said some 6 modulus 2, so I will get 0. Why? Because 2 1 ja, 2 3 ja.
2.
Remainder is 0. If I get 7 modulus 2, result is 1. 2 3 ja 6, remainder is 1.
Okay.
Like that, we'll get it. So you should keep in mind that the difference between division and remainder. So remainder will get, modulus will get remainder, division will get coefficient. And modulus operator is having one condition. If it is less than y, x is less than y, then we'll get x as it is. Otherwise, we'll get remainder. That you should keep in mind, that one. Okay. So next, we discuss with the next concept, that is called LCF ladder. LCF ladder. So this we'll discuss in next class. Okay, just to go through and simplify LCF and do some practice on this one, and we can find some problems on internet also, just to go through on that one. And if time permits, I think, are you joining in Vizag nearby city only, BTech?
Yes, sir, Vizag.
Then ఒకసారి మీరు JNTUK సంబంధించిన ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ చూడండి. They will ask some programs. So if it is related to your program, means you put one చెప్పిన టాపిక్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి, just to go through on that one. And if you have any doubts, we'll clarify.
Okay, sir.
So చూస్తూ ఉండండి, మీకు రివిజన్ అవుతుంది. It will be more helpful for you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll wind up the session today, and tomorrow we'll continue.
Okay, sir.
Try to complete the assignments.